Russia struck with KAB-guided bomb a bus station in Zaporizhzhia region in southern Ukraine on Sunday. The attack injured at least a dozen people, according to the local emergency services. Footage has been spread, showing the moment of the strike. The strike on the city destroyed 2 civilian infrastructure buildings, vehicles, and nearby houses, the local emergency service said in a statement on Telegram channel.
Пизда нахуй. Фу, ебануться. Фу, ебать.
Я все крутю, да.
Russian cities, especially in the provinces, will begin to disappear en masse from the face of the earth due to poor financing. Oleg Zdanov reported, in order to continue waging war, Putin has to cut spending on other needs. As a result, several sectors of the economy in Russia have disappeared, and soon they will be left without more than 100 of their cities. In the coming years, almost 130 cities in Muscovy may disappear from the map of the Russian Federation. You see, Putin needs new territories. His own is not enough for him. Instead of saving these 130 cities he is fighting, the most vulnerable are the cities of Bryansk, Novgorod, Kyiv regions and Krasnoyarsk Krai, where there is a shortage of internal resources and difficulties in attracting external financing. You will laugh, but Nizhny Tagil in the Sverdlovsk region may be one of the first to disappear. The military expert surprised with the news from beyond the curb. At the same time, Zdanov emphasized, the Russian Federation has thrown all its money into the war. These cities have underfunded budgets. They have nothing to live on, and they are usually located somewhere out there in the wilderness, where it is extremely difficult to deliver food and pay for utilities. Of course, there is no gas there. The Russian Federation is a gas country, but in my opinion, more than 70% of it is not gasified. Apart from the big cities, there is no gas anywhere else. But there are gas pipelines. Anyone can have gas, but not for themselves. These cities are dying, and Putin's main goal is to seize the Donetsk region, and he also wants the Kherson and Zaporizhzhia regions, but he will not get it. Now, hunger and anger are sweeping through many Russian cities. This increases the public's hatred of Putin's government. Earlier, Zdanov announced a historical event that could soon happen and change the course of the war. By the way, the US Congress is preparing a bill on assistance to Ukraine in the amount of more than $50 billion. This bill has already been registered in the US Senate. It is known that the bill provides $30 billion in direct military assistance until 2027, provides $3 billion in the form of foreign military financing over 2 budget years, increases the presidential limit on the withdrawal of resources from the Pentagon by up to $6 billion per year. That is, Trump can sell surplus Pentagon property that will be withdrawn from combat service for $12 billion over 2 years, he added. The US Army is now switching en masse to a new generation of Bradley IFVs. And what about the old ones? The old Bradley IFVs that are currently fighting here, these vehicles will most likely be taken out of service and transferred to us. I gave you this as an example. The same goes for howitzers and perhaps for aviation, because they are switching en masse to the F-35 so the F-16s can be sent to Ukraine, the military expert said.
Reactions to the idea of Ukraine ceding territory to Russia in Kiev varied on Sunday from skepticism to quiet resignation. According to Associated Press, this came following U.S. President Donald Trump's suggestion of a peace deal that could include some swapping of territories. Anastasia Yemelianova, 31, said she felt torn. As a person who loves her country, I don't want to compromise within myself, she told the Associated Press. But seeing all these deaths and knowing that my mother is now living in Nikopol under shelling and my father is fighting, I want all this to end as soon as possible, she continued. Others, like Svetlana Dobrinska, whose son died fighting, rejected outright concessions but supported halting combat to save lives. We don't have the opportunity to launch an offensive to recapture our territories, the 57-year-old pensioner said. But to prevent people from dying, we can simply stop military operations, sign some kind of agreement, but not give up our territories, she added. Ihor Yuzatenko, a 67-year-old pensioner, said he would consider ceding territory on condition for compensation and, possibly, some reparations. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky on Saturday dismissed the planned summit between U.S. President Donald Trump and Russian President Vladimir Putin, warning that any peace deal excluding Kiev would lead to dead solutions. The Trump-Putin meeting, scheduled for Friday in Alaska, is seen as a potential breakthrough in the more than 3-year war.
Вважав, що це все дурня, що це не слід обговорювати. Людям, які ніяк до перемоги напряму не прикладаються. Ось.
Він прикладом перебив собі носа, а потім кінчив самогубство. Зараз у нас в наступі відвоювати свої території немає можливості. Я так рахую. Але щоб люди не гинули, можна просто припинити військові дії, якийсь там договір, але не віддавати свої території, не підписувати, що ми віддаємо захоплені території Росії.
Чесно, я маю дві відповіді на це питання. Перше, це як людина, яка любить свою країну. Я не хочу всередині себе йти на поступки, але бачачи всі ці смерті, і знаючи, що зараз моя мама живе в Нікополі під обстрілами і мій тато воює, то я хочу, щоб це все якнайшвидше закінчилось. Я розумію, що багато людей може втратити свої домівки, але ми можемо втратити більше, якщо продовжимо.
Звичайно, за умов відшкодування втрат і, можливо, якихось репарацій. А інакше це просто, якщо все віддати, от зупинитись на цьому і нічого не отримати взамін, то це, можливо, не капітуляція, але програш.